The end of another season in Cleveland feels painfully familiar. Before breaking down the details, Browns fans are left with the same lingering question they've asked time and time again: how many times has this story played out before? Another disappointing finish, another year filled with frustration, and once again, the spotlight turns toward the head coach as Black Monday approaches. Accountability in Cleveland has followed a predictable pattern. 5 seasons into the Kevin Stefanski era, patience among the fan base is wearing thin. Expectations entering the 2025 season were high, fueled by a roster that appeared capable of competing deep into January. Instead, the Browns reached Week 18 already eliminated from playoff contention, reopening old wounds in a city that knows this cycle all too well. Stefanski's tenure tells a complex story. Since taking over in 2020, he has guided Cleveland to 2 playoff appearances, a notable achievement for a franchise that struggled for consistency for decades. However, those successes are balanced by 4 seasons that ended without postseason football. The inconsistency has sparked growing speculation around the league, with many viewing the Browns as a prime candidate for a coaching change once the regular season concludes. Amid the noise, one voice from inside the locker room shifted the narrative. Denzel Ward, one of the longest-tenured Browns and a respected leader, offered a perspective that cut through the blame. In an interview clip shared by Browns reporter Ashley Holder, Ward acknowledged the criticism surrounding Stefanski but made it clear that placing all the responsibility on the head coach misses the bigger picture. He described Stefanski as a great coach and noted that head coaches inevitably absorb most of the blame from the outside. Ward's message was direct and meaningful. While fans and analysts may focus on the coaching staff, he emphasized that the responsibility for the season belongs to everyone inside the building. Players, coaches, and the locker room as a whole share accountability for the record Cleveland posted. Coming from a leader of Ward's stature, that message carried significant weight. That locker room perspective contrasts sharply with the growing criticism outside the organization. Former players such as LeSean McCoy have publicly questioned Cleveland's direction, particularly the long-term commitment at quarterback. The decision to move on from Baker Mayfield and fully invest in Deshaun Watson continues to define this era of Browns football, a gamble that remains under intense scrutiny as losses pile up. If Cleveland ultimately decides to part ways with Stefanski, few believe his coaching career would stall. Around the league, insiders expect he would quickly draw interest as an offensive coordinator, with potential landing spots including the New York Giants, Tennessee Titans, or Las Vegas Raiders. For now, the Browns wait. Fans demand accountability. The locker room asks for fairness. And the front office faces yet another crossroads, deciding whether to reset once again or accept that this disappointing season was the result of collective failure, not just one man on the sideline. One thing remains certain: in Cleveland, this conversation is far from over.